Welcome to MMO Grinder Browser-Based, where I take a look at browser-based games that are quick and simple in design. Back in 2007 or so, one of the games I was playing in an open beta was a game called Kart, published by Nexon. After several months of no updates, Nexon shut the game down, but only until recently did I know it was back, in Facebook game form. So let's take a look at Kart Dash. Basically a browser port of Kart using the Unity 3D engine, Kart Dash is unsurprisingly a kart racer, utilizing colorful characters and whimsical tracks with item-based multiplayer racing and combat. Fitting of the cute style, the graphics are very simplistic, but good for the style that they're going for. The characters have large heads and look very cartoony and stylized, while the karts tend to look like blocky karts, coming in a variety of solid colors. There's a good variance to the tracks as well, looking distinct from each other even if they do fit the kart racer standard of the ice level or the desert level and so forth. Each character is styled from an ongoing Korean series known as Crazy Arcade, with Kart being its most known game. The game plays in a fairly small window in your browser, making the interface feel a bit cluttered compared to the original client version. Your Facebook icon also floats above your racer's head, which I find a bit odd. The music is upbeat as expected, with the tracks being very peppy and lighthearted, when you hear them. Oddly enough, there's no music on the menu screen, and they only seem to load in when starting races, and occasionally they don't seem to load in at all. Sound, however, consists of the whir of engines, missile launches, screeching of tires, and all very fitting of the environment, but it can get pretty loud. You can mute either music or sound on the fly, or you can head into the options section to more fine-tune either volume slider. The game is simple enough to play once you're prompted to download the Unity 3D player into your browser if you have yet to do so. Taken to the menu screen, you can choose from Quick Start to enter the first race that comes up, and Custom Mode to search for or create a specific match. When starting out, you'll also get a little bit of a tutorial that will guide you on what to click initially. Tabs on the lobby screen consist of Home for quests that you can perform for a boost to your gold and XP, the Garage to switch out parts and types of karts and your drivers that are available to you, the Store, which contains the numerous things you can buy and earn, the Records tab for achievements and your win records, and finally Other, which contains a control diagram, practice modes for drifting and item mechanics, and the Help and Options screen. Racing is simple enough to grasp. As soon as you enter a race, you'll get a countdown to the start and race against up to 8 other players. Use the arrow keys or WASD to accelerate, brake, and steer. With the right timing, pressing accelerate as the countdown ends will grant you a boost at the start of the race. Use shift to slide and drift, and use control if you have an item. Like Mario Kart, if playing in item mode, you'll gain items by hitting the boxes that are scattered around the track. Differing items act in differing ways. Like the missile, which homes in on targets and blasts them into the air, or the magnet that rapidly pulls you in towards a racer in front of you. There's nitro boosts, shields, smoke screens, water bombs, and more. Some items are instant use, while others can require you to target another player beforehand. You can waste these items if you use them without a target. You can store 2 at a time, and even earn and purchase switchers that will let you swap between the 2 in case you have need of a certain type of item first, or just don't have a useful one in your queue. In Speed mode, which you'll unlock with later levels, you'll gain access to a mode without items, where the drift mechanic plays largely into. As you drift, you'll increase your boost meter, and once filled, you'll gain a speed boost that you can use with control. Also, if you manage to let off of the accelerator and press it again as soon as the drift ends, you can get a mini boost, similar in mechanic to Mario Kart, but a hell of a lot harder to pull off, since drifting in Kart sends you flying to the side, and it's tricky to gauge how much or little steering you have to do without a ton of practice. Both race modes end when either all of the other players have crossed the finish line, or 10 seconds after the first person crosses it. Failure to complete the course within 10 seconds if you are not in first place causes you to immediately fail the race and severely cuts down the rewards that you'll get. Races can range from straightforward paths to obstacle-filled courses with alternate paths and jumps, and there seems to be quite a bit of track variety, despite them keeping to the basic theme of ghost, ice, desert, city, and forest. As you play, you'll earn coins and levels to unlock other racers and parts. Community-wise, it's usually pretty quiet. You're much better off playing in Quick Start mode unless there's only a specific few people that you want to play alongside, as the players when hosting a room can be rather Nexonian. Much like every match I'd played in Brick Force, the minute you're the room host, the first player to arrive is pretty likely to spam go 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 rather than wait the possible 20 seconds for at least a few other people to show up. If not, they'll just pop into a room and then immediately leave. You can also communicate with other players as you race, but as expected, people don't use this much in-game unless they're just big fans of slamming into walls. Also, considering the in-game profiles are tied to your personal Facebook account, I'd hope the players do realize that their names are being tied to any incoming jerkishness. Well, you'd hope. The cash shop, as expected, consists of several parts and items that would suit you better in races, with a few cosmetics, including consumable auto blockers that'll defend against certain items. Find yourself unable to deal with the reverse controls of Mr. Mischief, and you can purchase an item that renders you immune from its effects. Each one is a one-time use item. However, if you're planning on dropping cash on this game, oh lord, Nexon, you never fail to terrify me, with prices available as high as $150 for the highest amount of bills you can buy, and $1,000 for the highest amount of coins. Coins can be easily earned with races and quests, but not nearly at the rate that you'll want. Bills also seem to be granted to you, but these are much less often earned. It's nice to see Kart Rider available again to play in some form, even if I much preferred its client version. At least there's some simple online kart racing available, and the game runs without much issue in your browser, so fans of Mario Kart and the like might want to give this a shot. Play this if you enjoy cute kart racers and are looking for something on Facebook to annoy your friends with, for revenge of all those Candy Crush invites you get. Unlike simply score competition like in many Facebook games, there's a legit online live PvP racing experience here. Buying coins and bills seems absurdly pricey and a bit unneeded if you're just looking to have a bit of fun. However, if you must have your cart in tip-top shape and don't feel like grinding out the coins for your desired items, it's the quickest way to stay ahead of the competition. But we all know what that essentially translates to, don't we? If the cute kart racer isn't your thing, this won't be converting you, as it's not nearly outside of the box enough to warrant a look if you're already heavily into another game. Clone accusations are pretty easy to make here as well. Hell, the game has you dropping banana peels for crying out loud. Even as a Facebook game, the purchase aspect does seem a bit on the ridiculous side, and of course you'll be unintentionally or intentionally spamming your Facebook friends as a result of playing this. So if that is something to sway your decision to check it out, skip it or just create a new account for these kind of games. Kart Rider Dash is available on Facebook by searching for Kart Rider Dash or simply heading to apps.facebook.com/KartRider Dash. You can even find a link through Nexon's main page. No client download seems to be available, and again the Unity 3D player will be required to play, which is available as a free download that will prompt as you start the game. Enjoy your online kart racing, and perhaps I'll see you there sometime.